Hey everybody, happy hump day. Happy therapy day. But I'm sitting here before I start my show, and I just want to thank everybody for being here real quick. And I just want to say that I saw something here that's kind of important. So before I move forward, I just want to bring this up. And Jenny, hey Jenny, I just want to show this to everybody. I don't want y'all to miss this. Very important. Jenny is a person who comes to the show a lot. So I just want to read this real quick. Hello, friends. I need your prayers, please. My area of Tennessee has been devastated by flooding of Helene. My family is it Helene? Is that the name of the hurricane? My family is okay. Okay, many are missing. My world changed forever. We will send you lots of prayers, friend. If you need any help, reach out to me through an email and I'll see what I can do also to help you. I have many friends who have reached out to me. So let's send her some prayers and God, oh, sorry, that's a really harsh way to start the show, but I don't want to miss that. It's very important that you all see that, and I very much appreciate you all being here. It means a lot to me. Number two, that people are suffering. I was in Hurricane Katrina. If you don't know that, I lived in Louisiana and New Orleans at the time, so I'm a California guy, but I was in a hurricane and it was devastating. And unless you've ever been in some kind of earthquake or hurricane or natural disaster, it is insane. It will blow your mind. What she said is right. It changes your life forever. It changed my life forever. I still have a lot of PTSD from that. So, Jeannie, we're sending you a ton of love, and reach out and to me privately if you need to, and then I'll help see what I can do to help you out. Okay. And we all will, because we all care about you. We created our community here to care about people. So with that, we're sending you prayers and love and all of that. So moving forward, we also let's send a lot of prayers to the Middle East, and most specifically Israel for sure, and of course Palestinians. But I really want to concentrate on Israel, and Shana Tova and happy Rosh Hashanah, and so much craziness going on in the world today. It is absurd. It is absurd. So whatever you believe about Israel or the conflict or Palestine, or it is not okay what's happening over there. And I will tell you that I am a supporter of Israel. If you don't know that, I am. And it doesn't mean me and you cannot be friends or any of that. We are entitled to have our own beliefs in this space. And if you feel like you need to support other situations, you go right ahead. You're always welcome to have that conversation with me. But I will tell you straight up, I'm an Israeli supporter. And I believe Israel has the right to defend itself, and they just try to slaughter them. So, I'm not going to get into that today. But, I'd love very much to have the conversation. It's a hard conversation to have. And I think one of my lives, I think I'd like to bring this up. And I really love to have more of the conversation where we can actually disagree to agree. The most important thing is, can we just find a space for all of us just to live and be ourselves and happy, and and all of that. But it just seems that that's been going on for a long time, and I don't want to get into it because I don't know every aspect of it, and I don't want to be one of those people who think I know everything, because I don't. But I do have a lot of friends in Israel, and I do have a Jewish family, and so it doesn't mean anything other than that. But I think it's a very important conversation to have. But the people like myself who don't know the 80 million years of conflict that's going on, it's very deep and very personal, and there's a lot going on there. And unless you really understand that, I just don't think you should get part of the conversation. And we should pray for everybody, and we should pray that people get out of that situation, and we can stop having wars and killing people. It's a war, people. People are going to get killed. You can't just say, oh, these people are. It's a effing war. And that's why war sucks, because innocent people get killed in war. It's not like they're targeting innocent people. And I hate when people say that. We've also got to look at why certain factions, and I will tell you this, and then I won't say any more about it. But why are we not talking about Hamas? And why are we not talking about the Palestinians and Hamas? Why? Why is it always the innocent Palestinians? And why are we not talking about all the innocent Israelis that are getting killed? It's ridiculous behavior. So come on, people. Put your mind, you're better than that, and you're smarter than that. You have to think about Hamas and what they are doing to the people of Palestine and that. Okay. So, with that, I'm going to move forward. And we're not going to get into that today, but I want to send love and prayers to Israel. And I want to wish everybody a beautiful Rosh Hashanah and Shana Tova. Okay. So, moving on, why don't you all tell me where you're from and I'll shout you out, and then we can move forward to a really important conversation today that I feel I'm amped up. I'm amped up. So let's move forward and let's pray for everybody, and then let's get where you're from. Okay. East Tennessee is in the house. Oh, right on. I love Tennessee. It's so awesome. Finland is in the house. Thanks for being here, Finland. We appreciate you so much. South Wales is in the house. Right on. Florida's in the house. West Virginia, Netherlands. Let's go, people. We're making a great community here. Quebec is in the house. Utah's in the house. UK, New Jersey. If I miss you, it's because it's moving fast. Wales, Sweden, British Columbia, Illinois, East Tennessee. We are killing it, you guys. East Tennessee, Yorkshire, UK. It's amazing. Do you all see? If you're new here, you're going to see a community. Sweden is in the house. Right on. St. Louis is in the house. Seattle's in the house. Northern New Jersey's in the house. Germany, New Zealand. We are killing it, you guys. UK. This is an actual worldwide community. I feel very proud of all of you. Nova Scotia, Salt Lake City, Greece is in the house. Yay. Germany's in the house. Iowa, Washington State. This is so beautiful. Houston's in the house. Manchester, UK is in the house. You see that? Be proud of yourselves, you guys, because you show up every week. Upstate New York, Kansas City is in the house. Greater Toronto's in the house. I've been to a lot of these places, by the way, So the Buck Army. Let's do that, friends. Let's make the world a better place. And let's start to get back to some sense of reality. I don't know if y'all watched the Colorado's in the house. I don't know if y'all watched the VP debates, but I'm just going to say this real quick. It was actually, I will tell you that I actually enjoyed it. I do like when people come from different sides, but have a respect to have a conversation for each other. That really makes me happy. That it does. If you didn't know and you want to check it out, I was on Charlie Kirk. So Charlie Kirk is from TPUSA. He comes from a whole different space than me. Me and him do not align in our thoughts about things and all of that. And he's pretty much the complete opposite of me. But him and I sat down for an actual conversation. And if you haven't seen the interview that on the debate that I did with him, you should actually take the time to watch. I think you'll be quite surprised at both of us. And we both sat at the table and we debated in a very respectful and a very beautiful way that I am very proud of that debate. And I'm very proud to walk away and call him my friend, that we don't agree. We do not agree. So I'm going to bring this up. But after that, I'm going to read all of your beautiful messages to me at the end. Okay. But thank you, Wicked Truth. Pray for our enemies who are preying on us. Yes, that's right, friend. I appreciate that. I appreciate that too. Thank you so much, friend. That means a lot to me. So with that, that's the problem. Thanks for being a member, Sherry. Thank you. That's the problem with everything, and politics and belief systems and indoctrination and sometimes religion. I mean, sometimes religion can get a little bit out there and it can get a little bit too pushy. I am not necessarily a religious person, but I do live in a Jewish household and I do practice certain things. But I'm also on a sense of believing. I like the Buddhism stuff. I like spirituality. I like believing in something bigger than myself. I have faith in a God. I have, and I believe faith is very important, however you choose that faith to be. And one of the things I have to say to all of you out there is one of the things I think is missing most definitely in young people's lives today. And it's kind of shocking that I even say this, because for many years of my life, I did not believe in religion and I did not believe in all of that, but I do now. Faith, whatever that faith is. I believe that young people are missing a sense of faith. And what I mean by that is a higher power and something that is greater than. When you start to understand something that is greater than, you don't look at yourself like the end all be all. And you don't have the narcissistic behavior that has now sort of trampled over a lot of the youth and a lot of people. Okay. It has really trampled over people because narcissism is about you. That's what narcissism is. It's me, 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 me. So if you don't believe in something bigger than you, then how the hell are you going to not just think that you're not the end all be all, right? So whatever faith that is, Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, Catholic, Muslim, any of it, I believe I believe in it on some level because I am a spiritual person, and I do believe in spirituality, and I do believe in looking at something bigger than, and that I have a purpose as you do. We all have purpose in life, and I think people forget what that purpose is, and then they get sidetracked and act like maniacs. And I think that's why wars start, because of really fanatical thought processes, right? I'm right, you're wrong, this is mine. Why can't we share? Why can't we share? I also want you to think of this one really important word. It's one of my favorite words in the whole wide world, and that is called abundance. Think of abundance. Thank you all for being members for so long. That really, I saw two of you. Thank you so much for being members. Thanks for 5 months. Thank you, friends. I can't do this without you. The support you all give me is incredible. So thank you. Think of the word abundance. Just think of it for 1 minute. Hold that thought right there while I drink my coffee. Abundance. It means a lot of. It means more than enough. It means we should all be able to have it. Thank you, Fallen Artists, for being a member. Abundance. So if there is abundance in the world, why do we become so greedy? Why do I have to have what you have? Why do I have to take from you? Why can't I share the space with you? Or why can't I say, that's yours. I don't need to take it. I don't need to take it. It's yours. I can find my own space, because there's abundance in the world for everyone to create their own space. So with that, I want to segue into today's topic. Today's topic is women matter. And why would I pick that topic? Because as somebody who is a biological female, I know it's hard to believe, but it's real. I'm a biological female who is a 62-year-old human. I lived pretty much half my life living as a woman. Okay, I did. And then I decided I wasn't comfortable living as a woman, and I needed to look like a man. You all know me. Anyone, Shana Tova, friend, anyone who knows me knows I'm totally connected to all of it. I'm not trying to pull the wool over your eyes. I'm not a man. I'm not any of that. I live as a man. I want to be a man, whatever that means. I'm just comfortable being this person. The conversation has become so insane, right? So with that, I want to say that as a person who was born female and lived much of my life in that space, I was a gay woman. I was in sports. I was a fashion model. I was a drunk. I was a prostitute. Not that I'm proud of those things. I was just a mess as a kid. I wanted to off myself. I was a cutter. I had an eating disorder. I mean, I could go on and on and on. I had all the classic symptoms of somebody struggling with something in their life, right? And then I found lesbianism. Okay, I found homosexuality, which really helped me a lot. It helped me a lot. I became a real butch female, and I looked like a butch. I looked like a boy, and people would mistake me all the time. We call that androgyny, right? And I lived that way for much of my life, but I was struggling inside. I was struggling inside because I wanted to look like this guy you see here. I don't struggle anymore with it. I do not struggle with it. I am super happy. I think you can all see my happiness. I am super happy presenting to the world, masculine, male, whatever you want to call it. It's really what I dream to be. But I want you to understand that my journey didn't skip over, and I wasn't this person, and then all of a sudden I became Buck. I lived many, many, many years of my life and not necessarily struggling. I don't want you to think that. I actually enjoyed living in the gay female world. But there was something in my stomach that just kept telling me, I want to be a man. I want to be a man. And I went to lots of therapists. I went to many, many, many therapists. And this was like in the 80s, and they had no clue about any of this, what you see. They would just call me a very masculine woman. And they would say, well, Buck, you're just a masculine woman. You're going to have to accept it. You're going to have to just live with it. And I tried. I really, really, really tried. I want you to really see that. I tried. I didn't just make this choice one day on the whim of okay, I'm trans, cut my boobs off. No, no, no. It took many, many years of thought, of therapy, of systematic change, of living, moving. But the point I'm trying to get here is this. When I lived as a woman, I got so much abuse, not only for being a woman, but also for being a masculine woman. Okay. For being a gay woman. The abuse was insane. Not only did I get the regular misogynistic bullshit, but I also got actual physical violence. Okay. I'm not kidding you. I got beat up. I got followed. I'm not sure if I ever told you the story. I used to go to a club here in West Hollywood. It was called Peanuts in the 80s. And it was the disco that all the lesbians went to. And oh my God, we would have so much fun. But alcohol was involved. And I would drink until I got so blurry eyed and crazy that I couldn't even remember where I was. One night, a truck full of dudes followed me to my car on the side street and they beat me up. They beat me up. And I said to myself, I'm never going to let that happen to me again, ever. And I became an angry, mean, total fighting person because I was never going to let that happen to me again until it happened again. And it happened again. As I was driving my car to go get my lunch from work, and I saw a truck, a big, huge man truck. And I saw two dudes in that man truck. And my eyes, ever since getting beat up, I was always wary of, I could feel people. They followed me to the store. And I parked my car. It was a Jeep. And I parked it and I got out. And there was just a horrible feeling in my stomach. But I just prided myself, walked into the store, got my lunch, came out, went to start my engine. It didn't start. My car didn't start. I'm like, what? I go and I pull the hood to the car, and guess what I saw? The alternator, which is the cap, and then there's a thing on it. They had cut the alternator cord, so my car wouldn't start. And how did I know it was them? When I looked back and around, I saw that big truck, and I saw those two guys, and I saw them laughing at me and giving me the middle finger. And that was something that happened to me. I could go on and tell you stories and stories of me being followed, being hit, being called names, being called dyke, being called the F word, being called every name in the book as a gay female. It was horrible. It wasn't. I will never forget it. And it's why I will never forget being a woman. And it's why on some level, why I sit with you women today. Even though I live as a man, I sit with women today. Men don't need me to sit with them. Men don't get the same stuff that women get. And I refuse to turn my back on the bullshit that is going on in the transgender community and the war on women. The fact that I see other women, not trans women, because they're not women, okay, but actual women throw women under the bus disgusts me more than trans women. I'm at a loss for words. When I see a woman attack another woman, when the woman says, but wait a minute here, trans women aren't women, they're men. I appreciate them as trans women, blah, 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 but they're not. And then I see an actual woman go, you're a bigot, you're a transphobe, they're women. I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked to see that because trans women are not women. They do not have the same experience as a woman. They will never be a woman. They will be a trans woman. Okay. And here comes that word woman, which I would let me ask you this here right now. Let me ask you all this. As women, the majority of the people here, I think, are women. The majority, and a man, you could answer it, I guess, if you want. Mostly, I guess, women should answer this question. Are you willing to share the word woman with a trans woman if that trans woman respected that they are not women? And if they were just saying trans women are trans women, would you as a woman, okay, yeah, for sure I have some dudes here. Would you as a woman be willing to share that word woman? Yes or no? That's all you got to answer. I'm going to have a little coffee and I want to see the majority of you women. Would you be willing to share that word woman if trans women said trans women are trans women and not say trans women are women? Would you be willing to share that word? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with trans women. A trans woman. Yes, I have no issues. Yes, yes. I saw a couple no's. No. Okay. Thanks for being honest. Thank you for being honest. I think I saw a couple no's in here. Yes, sure. Yes, yes. No. Okay. I saw two no's. Fantastic. Elaborate to me a little bit on your nose, would you? I don't necessarily want to bring you up and highlight you. Just might cause, I don't want to cause problems, but yes, and I'm a trans man. Okay, great. Yes. As a woman, I'm still on the fence. Excellent. Excellent. The honesty is beautiful. I'm a huge believer of honesty. No women for trans. Okay. Acknowledge. My girlfriend is a trans. I respect her as a trans woman. Right. Okay. Most of you said yes. Most of you said yes. Most of you said yes. And I would say that's the missing link. The fact that these trans women are discounting, right? Are discounting the fact that they are not women and they're encroaching on women's space when they say that. That's what I believe because I'm not a man and I would never say I'm a man. I'm a transsexual man. I live, my identification is male. But do you ever see me running around going, I'm a man, trans man or man, 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 man? I'm just not going to do it because I don't need to do it. And the majority of the trans women who are passing, like Blair, do you think she runs around going, I'm a woman? She doesn't do that. It's a very specific, they are disrespecting women. There's no doubt in my mind. Trans women who are arguing this bullshit argument of trans women are women, it's a disrespect towards women I will not tolerate. I won't. And I will not side because I'm trans. That's just stupid. That's stupid behavior. And that's not being authentic and real. I don't need to side with you because you're trans. I'm going to side with you because you live in reality. I'm going to side with you because I agree with you. And my agreement does not, doesn't have to be because I'm trans, right? Or whatever else that means. There's a lot of people who are a certain way that don't necessarily agree with their tribe. It's why I'm not in the tribe, if that makes sense. I don't like that. I don't want to feel like sort of pushed into a space because I am a certain way, right? It's like saying I'm white, I have to belong to only white spaces. That would be actually weird and creepy, to be honest with you. So I want to get back to this woman thing. I think that you all are so great and so beautiful and so honest about where that is coming from. And I think if more trans women were willing to have that conversation, which the majority of my trans women friends are on board with all of you, they know they're not women. They 100% know that. They know they're trans women. They would never force you to believe they're women because they're not. It's just they're not. This is a phone. This is a phone. It's not a cup. I can't drink out of it. It's not a cup. It's a phone. So that's how unbelievably narcissistic and unbelievably living in an insane world these people are. So I'm not sure if you saw my latest video that I just did. Okay. I just did a video on young girls who thought they were trans men, some non binary. It's actually so disheartening to watch these young people get stuck into this ideology. So these young girls decided they were trans. A lot of them had no surgery. I mean, a lot of them had no therapy. They went straight in from going from, 18 living as a trans man, then 19, this young person at 19 years old got a full-on hysterectomy. I don't know if you saw it. It's the latest video I just put out. If you have a chance after this, watch it. It's going to blow your mind. So at 19, this young girl who says she's trans gets to go in and have a full-blown hysterectomy at 19. There's nothing wrong with her system. Nothing. Zero. She has a healthy reproductive system. They rip out her uterus. They rip out her ovaries. Then during surgery, they messed something up and they left an artery open. So she was bleeding out. And then they had to go in and literally redo it. So they made sloppy surgery on her, right? So I started to look at some of the comments on the video. And there was a lot of comments on that video that really blew my mind. The number one comment, I think about maybe, let's just say at least 5 comments. Guess what they said? These 5 comments said, I'm a biological woman and I wanted to get a hysterectomy. And the doctor would not let me get a hysterectomy because I needed my husband's, I'm not kidding you guys. We're living, what year? 2024. I needed my husband's approval to get a hysterectomy. What? Did you know that? Did you know that? You needed your husband's approval? You knew that, Emma? What? I'm blown away. What if you're not married? Then another person said, I tried to get a hysterectomy 3 times and they wouldn't give it to me. These are just regular old women. They weren't allowed to have a hysterectomy. Yep. I guess that's a known thing. So if you are a 19-year-old girl who says you are trans, guess what? You get to have a hysterectomy. How? My mind is like spinning out on this. How do they bypass the woman thing? Because a 19-year-old says they're trans, yet that 19-year-old has not gone through any mental health care, right? It's more than irresponsible. It is insane. So they destroyed. But to go on to that story, the 19-year-old girl changed her mind. Like 2 years later, after she did all this work to her body, cut her boobs off, took out all her reproductive system, 2 years later, she decided, I'm not really a trans man. I made a mistake. She actually made a mistake. And now what? She has no reproductive system. She has no breasts. She looks kind of like a girl, so I don't see a lot of masculinization. Doesn't matter. She literally destroyed her female body because she said she was trans and they had no reason to push back on her. Yet a woman, clearly a woman, wants to get a hysterectomy because she just doesn't want to have it. A woman should never be told that they have to keep that. That's misogyny. That is what I'm trying to say here. There's so much misogyny in all of this trans activism. A trans man or a non-binary can get a hysterectomy, but a woman can't. Trans women are women, and a woman can't say no. Trans women can compete in women's sports, and a woman can't say no. Trans women can go in women's toilets and pull their penises out, and a woman can't say no. What? Where? What? Let me throw this question to y'all out there. What if, there is no women's health care. There's zero. I know that from when I was a woman. Zero women's health care. There still isn't. There's also no trans healthcare, just so you know. That's all bullshit. There's no trans healthcare for people. It's all an experiment. There is no trans. That's a bunch of bullshit. Now, let me ask you all this question. What if I wanted to go into the men's room? Okay. And I'll tell you something after I say this. What if I wanted to go in the men's room and I just wanted to take my clothes off and walk around with my vagina hanging out? What do you think would happen? You think guys would be okay with that? Do you think men would be pissed off about it? Do you think I would get beat up? Do you think that men would be saying things on the internet? Do you think men would feel that their spaces were being taken away? Nothing good. Yikes, no. You get some side eyes. You get hard. Nothing good would come from that. Absolutely. Grass. The shock factor would paralyze them. All the things you listed, Buck. Probably not. You would probably get jumped. I think you'd get beat up. Okay. It's dangerous. Okay. Men won't let that happen. They won't let that happen. Now, I use the men's room, just so you know, and I think you know I go to the gym and I work out. Okay. Let me just tell you this. Prior to all this trans women or women bullshit, I just lived my life as a dude. I would go to the gym, work out. I would go and, and in the men's room, they have single stalls in certain gyms with shower. I would put a towel around my waist with my underwear on. Okay. I would walk to the shower with a towel around my waist with my underwear on. And I would get to the stall, push the, what do you call it? The curtain across. I would take the towel off in the private stall, take my underwear off in the private stall, take a shower, put the underwear back on, even though they were sweaty and dirty. I would do it anyway. Walk back to my locker, put on shorts with my dirty underwear on, and never have an issue. Never have an issue. Why do you think I never had an issue? Why do you think dudes look at me? You think anybody? Never. And if they did see me naked, they probably just think I have a small penis, which let me tell you something about men. They're freaked out by small penises. It's like a freak factor for men. They won't say anything to you because tiny little penises freak dudes out. And they actually do. So even if they did see me, they would be freaked out. They would think I have a tiny little penis, but I just wouldn't do that. There's no need for me to do that, right? You're right. I don't need attention. I don't want attention. I just want to use the space, and it's called respect. Now, that being said, fast forward to today. I'm going to be very honest with you right now. I don't use the men's locker room anymore. Why, you ask? Why, Buck? Why wouldn't you use the men's locker room anymore? Well, I'll tell you why. I don't feel comfortable. I think I would be a hypocrite, and I'm not a hypocrite. If I'm telling trans people to find space that doesn't make women feel uncomfortable, I have to follow the same thing. Does that make sense? I can't go in the men's locker room and use the men's space if I'm telling trans women not to use women's space. Okay. So that is why now I find either a private toilet or at the gym I go to, they have what is it called? Genderless toilets. Is that what it's called? Like gender non-binary. I don't know. It's like that one where it has a man and a woman on it and it's for everybody and it's a single stall. I use that now. I don't like it. I like going into the locker room, but I'm not going to do it. I've decided that I have to live by my own words, and it would be very hypocritical of me if I was using the men's room when I told trans women to get out of the women's room and do what I do. So it's also a social experiment for me. Gender neutral. Thank you. Because it's in my head. I'm like, gender neutral. I want to use the men's room. But I've been privileged enough to use the men's room for a long time. And I feel privileged enough just to be living my life as a man. I don't need to invade space. But I'm sort of also doing an experiment. I'm trying to see how difficult it is. How difficult is it for me to just go into the gender nonconforming bathroom? It's not. It's super easy. I don't even use the locker room. I carry my gym bag with me now. Everywhere I am in the thing, I put it next to my workout. I work out. I have my gym bag with me now. Before I would put it in the locker. Well, okay. Now I just carry it with me. Big effing deal. Who cares? It's actually kind of cool because I just go into after my workout, I go into the non-conforming bathroom, just take the shirt off, wipe myself down, and leave. So I can tell these trans women with their penises hanging out are full of shit because the gym has a space for us. You hear what I'm saying? The gym has a space for us. So on some level, I was doing an experiment for these trans women who keep saying, it's our space too. No, it's not your space. Nope, it's not my space. Nope, you blew it for all of us, including me, you stupid dumbass. So now I have to use the gender nonconforming toilet, which I do. I don't make a big deal out of it. This is the first time I've even told you guys about it because I'm just not going to make a fucking big deal about it. I'm not. Because it's not. It's actually not. And in fact, I have my own little personal dressing room. It's awesome. I take a dump, I pee, I do everything I need to do in my own little toilet. It's kind of cool. So I am proving to these idiots they don't have to be in the women's space. They're just doing it to be assholes. You see, men didn't have a problem with me, but I removed myself. I didn't wait for them to have a problem with me. I removed myself. And I said, I am not going to be that fucking hypocrite that I hate in this community so much. And if I'm going to tell trans women that they can't use women's space, then I can't use men's private space. Now, when I go to the movie theater or when I go to a public concert or something like that, I have to use the men's room, but I use the stall. Okay. And I go into the private space and I do my business and I walk out. Okay. That's not what these trans women are doing. If there's a gender neutral bathroom, I will use it. I will actually find it and use it, but it's not everywhere. So I'm going to have to use the men's room sometimes, but I don't really believe that I'm causing a problem. In my own heart, I don't believe I'm causing a problem. I've never caused a problem. No one's ever said anything to me. I've always walked in and out, done my business. I keep my eyes pointed down. I keep my hat pointed down. I walk straight to the stall. I walk straight to the thing and wash my hands. I never make eye contact with anybody and I walk out because I'm done. Before I forget, I'm not the kind of guy that likes to ask for things. I don't know why. I've never been that guy. I've always been a guy that likes to do things on my own and create my own space and do my own thing. But I've been reached out to by people lately to be sponsored by my videos. And they're loving what I'm doing and they're loving where I'm going and where I'm headed. So I started getting sponsorships for these channels and promotional sponsorships. And, it's again, I'm very picky about the people that I work with. I don't know if you all know that. I'm super picky about it. It's why you don't see a lot of this going on my channel. You don't see a lot of promotional stuff. I think I got this chair. I got an exercise bike. And then I stayed low key for a while. But I just was reached out by a company that I also work with. And I've worked with for many, many, many years. And I believe in this company. And that's one thing that is important to me. If I'm going to say something to you and approach you with something, I have to be able to back it. It's very, very important to me. I'm not going to just say, get these glasses because they're amazing and they sent them to me for free. I would never do that. It just feels gross. But I have a product here that I have worked with this company for 10 years. The owner of the company is one of my very great friends. He's amazing, beautiful. The products are specifically made for women, but he also has a men's line. Okay. I'm going to show you something because I know I have a lot of women here, a lot of women and a lot of mid. That's all I'm going to say. Age, younger than me. Some things happen with women when things happen to my body through the testosterone usage. That was horrifying. It was actually horrifying. I didn't understand Female reproductive health. Female reproductive health is so important. We don't talk about it. Why don't we talk about it? Because again, it's about women. Women don't matter. Women don't need hysterectomies. Women don't go through menopause. Oh, that's hurting. Just take a Tylenol. Oh, what do you mean you're dry? It's uncomfortable. Oh, well, just deal with it. That's literally how the doctor talks to you. I mean, I don't need to tell you, you know it. So if you've ever heard of this company, I'm going to show you this right now. Have you ever heard of this company? Sliquid. One of the best. I'm not kidding. The link is in the bio, by the way. This lube right here, and it's a daily moisturizer. You can use it for intimacy. You can use it as a daily moisturizer. You can use it for whatever you need to use it for. 100% natural, vegan, amazing product. I'm telling you, it's the best on the market. I would never tell you that. And you can get this, all the products here, 15% off with the code in the bio. But again, I don't want to sit here and upsell you. That's not what I'm doing. I want to help. It is so important to me to help. I suffered forever with dryness, uncomfortability, in intimacy. It was not comfortable for me. And then nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about it. All water-based. Every single one of these products is water-based. Sliquid, Silk. This one is awesome. This is a water-based silicone. If you've never used silicone, you're never going back. You're never going back, ever. This is a straight up water-based. All of them are vegan, gluten-free, 100% natural product. Here's what I want to show you real quick, and then I want to get on here. This is the beautiful bottle that you can put next to your bed. It's called the Silver. Look at how gorgeous this is. This one sits next to my bed just because it's a gorgeous, beautiful, amazing bottle. This is the Silver edition. But if you go to sliquid.com, you'll see all these products. One last thing. I create gluten-free, I know, because I am gluten-free. I created this wash. It's called the tea wash. This tea wash, you're not supposed to use soap. Did you know that? You're not supposed to use soap. People don't know. Don't use soap on your genitals. It's horrifying. I created this soap with Sliquid. It's called the Buck Angel Tea Wash. It smells amazing. It is specifically for your genitals. Or I use it in my whole body because I love the way, and everyone's always like, "Oh, you smell so good." It's a little bit of a masculine smell. So if you have a husband or a boyfriend, or even if you like masculine smells, a lot of girls like masculine smells. This is going to blow your mind. Okay. And I also created a beard oil. You might like the beard oil if you have a beard. Okay. So all of that's on the site, sliquid.com. I'm telling you, don't use soap. Don't. Okay. You need lubes. They've got every lube in the universe for you. Okay. Every lube for skin allergies, all of it. All of it. You're going to love it. 15% off. Link is in the bio, in the thing here. You're going to see it. Just go to sliquid.com, put Buck Angel in. You immediately get 15% off because I love you guys. And I'll talk more about it again in another one. If you have any questions, just ask me because I'm telling you, I will not promote a product I do not use. And I use that daily. It's changed my life. The older you get as a female, even if you don't identify as a female, the older you get as a female, stuff happens down there. It's uncomfortable. No one wants to talk about it. I do. Twat wash. I do. I want to talk about it. Why? Because it changed my life. It changed my life. It literally changed. Once you get comfortable there, you just don't have to think about it anymore. So I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much. I hope that you enjoy those products. And Sliquid is an amazing company. And Dean, the owner, is one of my very, very best friends. So with that, I feel very comfortable telling you all that. And I hope that you really utilize the code. And if you have any questions, again, just ask me. So let's move forward a little bit because I want to show you something that I found. You might have all seen this. You might have all seen this. This is a while ago, and I think it was on Vice TV. You guys know Vice TV? There's this idiot trans woman. She's an he. I'm calling him he because I can't stand him. Eli. Do you all know who Eli Ehrlich is? total scam artist, total freak, total terrorist supporter, complete psychopath, gives drugs to little kids. I did a whole video on Eli. Eli is disgusting. So Vice did, why not soap? Why not soap? Let me just answer that question. Because soap dries you out. And soap does not have natural ingredients. And it can actually fight against your actual pH balance. Whereas this is pH balanced. It's literally pH balanced. It's full on natural, vegan, aloe vera, all of it. So it keeps it in a natural state. Whereas soap takes it out of the natural state. And that's why you become dry. It's also why you can actually, yes, the inside. Well, even the outside, you just shouldn't even use it around there because it'll get in the inside. Even if you're using it on the outside, it can slip in the inside. You know what I'm talking about? I think you know what I'm talking about. I mean, I can't get too graphic here. We can do a private video on that one. But yeah, just don't put soap there. Get it if you don't want to try the tea. He also has some other soaps besides mine. He's got some other soaps. It really, yeah, never, even on the outside, it can get in the inside. Just don't even put it near your genitals. It's just not good. Men too. Men shouldn't be using that, even though it's not. You should just be using a clean, nice pH balanced soap. So I found this. It is so upsetting, you guys. This upsets me more. Oh, I just want to just lose my mind. So listen to that. This is why I'm fighting for women, because this shit. Watch this.
Trans women be included in feminist conversations? How about in women's spaces?
Yes, they're women. What's the question?
Pearl,
Trans women are women.
That's a woman. That's a woman. That's not a trans woman. Here we go with a woman throwing women under the bus. Trans women are not women, you dumbass. They're trans women.
So I want to come at this from the position of an athlete.
Oh, Jesus.
So I play semi-pro basketball, semi-pro volleyball.
Did you just hear Eli go, oh, Jesus, to a woman, to an actual woman?
So when it comes to like athletic spaces, I don't think that trans women should be allowed into athletic spaces because I don't think it's a fair, I think as female athletes, we work so incredibly hard for the little opportunity there is in women's sports.
Would this be a barrier for you?
There's no barrier. There's less opportunity in some industries.
That's what a barrier is.
There's less, it's not, no. It's
That's
based on the market.
means.
Okay.
Hold on, guys.
Okay, so again, we work very hard for the little opportunity that we're given. And the problem is like, we can't compete. We can't. Like, I'm 6 foot. If I go up against a 6 foot guy and I play basketball with him, he's going to body me.
And what happens if I go up against you?
Even if I have years more of training. And so it's like you're taking away the little opportunity that we're given and we all work so hard for. It will be the end of women's sports.
Have you tried confidence?
Eli, hold on, Minnie.
Sorry,
Eli.
confidence can't make me bench what a guy benches.
Did you hear what that trans woman and that woman said? Try confidence. This is the misogyny that just irks me, you guys. I want to just, I have to control my temper. How dare you talk to a woman like that?
This can't make me 6'7".
So hostile. She's sharing her experience in a specific
No, she's
field.
sharing. And I'd have to go.
No, she's not. She's a woman who's had an experience.
Do you guys know who Sydney Watson is? So watch this.
One at a time.
You guys are so obsessed with your own experiences and your own existence, and yet when a woman is sitting here telling you, I feel as though this is unfair and this is compromising and this situation is not helping women, you guys are like, meh, meh, meh. But when you're like, I'm a black person that did this, 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 and this, then it's valid and fair and viable.
There you go. Did you hear that? Oh my God, you guys. That video makes my face get red. My face is turning red. I'm so mad. How dare you talk, first off, over speaking a woman when she's telling you, and then they all just bombard her with bullshit like try confidence, like tough shit, like get over yourself. Like what? This is an actual female athlete telling you no. But of course, when a woman says it, oh, you're an idiot. Shut up. Sit down. That is 100% pure misogyny, people. I don't know how much more I can just go red in the face. What's wrong with everybody? Not you guys, but the world has lost their marbles. The fact that a woman would say that is throwing women under the bus, or else she's never played sports in her life. Before I have a couple really good TikToks here, but before I do that, I want to go read some of the super chats because I thank you guys so much for doing that for me. It means a lot to me. Catherine says, I'm so sorry I've been missing shows. I've been so busy looking after. Oh, I hope your friend gets better, Catherine, but we miss you. And thank you for really being part of this show and our community. I like to call it better. You know what I mean? Thanks for being members. Thanks for being a member 5 months. Thanks for being a member for a month, friend. Thank you so much, Fallen. Thank you, you guys. It really helps this channel move so much. Thank you. Hey, Cecilia, nice to see you, friend. Religion destroys reason. Great. Have reverence for nature. It actually provides all. Spirituality is connection outside self. Religions are man-made rules to control us. Connect to spirit, you connect to all. I agree. But I believe that on some level, religions were based on spirituality, and then they just got taken over by people who wanted to rule and narcissists and, that we're better than you. No, you're not. Dharma says, raise a Baptist. Me too. Jewish by blood, a single, no kids, and spiritual, but I need the faith community and that's right, rootedness that comes from religion. Wokeism evolved from a good cause to a pseudo religion. That's right. Thank you. That's a great statement. Thank you. I was raised Baptist, but now I'm converting to Judaism, by the way. So it's just something that I want to do. I'm a spirituality quest of that. I really enjoy the spirituality of Judaism. Lizzie girl, hi friend. Women do matter. Thank you. So my cat passed away. Oh, and he loved your voice. He was a really nervous rescue kitty, but you always made him purr and have. Oh God, I'm so sorry, friend. I hope you're okay. Losing a pet is just as bad as losing a child. I think anyone who has a pet knows that. So I'm sending you a lot of love, and they're in hopefully a better space. Well, they're in a better space. They are. Hopefully they didn't struggle. That's the most important. Hey, Christ Kitty. The only time I use the woman's room is if I can't hold it or there are not any neutral bathrooms, but I don't make up. There you go. And that she's a trans woman. So she's also very respectful about the space. If more trans women were like you, we wouldn't even be having these conversations. These conversations would never be happening. Lizzie girl says, I'm crying all the time. I'm working too much. So I'm always extra dehydrated. That's why my bits are dry. Love your plug today. I know, honestly, even if you just got a small bottle and I use it as a daily moisturizer, you're going to see a huge change. You're going to see a huge change in your whole system. Oh, wow. Wow, Sherry. 10? You're so awesome. Thank you guys. Really, it means so much to me that you support this channel like that. It really does. Dharma says, sorry, Buck. I disagree. Disagreeing with me is a good thing. Use Refresh to restore internal pH. Soap is fine on vulva. Lumen makes a great product. Well, I'm gonna disagree with you, but we don't need to get into product that. So I prefer the Sliquid products and the soap, and you prefer the Lumen. So that's okay. Doesn't mean anything other than that. That's your preference. That's your preference. I hope you got paid for that. CS45933. Thank you, friend. Thank you again, Mr. Buck. As a transitioning male to female who started 10 months on E, right? Wait, sorry. I don't believe I've earned women moniker yet. I've been learning a lot from your vid. Oh, see, thank you. And the women here will love you for that. They will that's all they ask of you is just know your space. Don't encroach on their space. If they want to invite you, they will invite you. And I get invited into men's space all the time, because I respect the space and I'm not going to act like a wingnut. And that's basically us as transsexuals. It's our job to make other people feel comfortable, not the other way around. Okay. Lizzie Girl says, you're not allowed to have confidence as a woman anymore. Just watched Who's the Boss all this afternoon, and Angela's archetype is not allowed in this new. I know. But that's why we got to get back to confidence. You know what I mean? Like we can't give women, especially young women, this idea that you can't be confident. Hey, Ellen, nice to see you. I'm so tired of bio women pooping women in the face to get validation from trans women. I know we all are. Even me. I'm sick of it. Like Why are we only having to validate trans women? That's a question I want to ask you all. Why do we only have to validate trans women? Why are we not validating women? And why, when women said, oh, I got a good one to show you. Let me just finish this. And I got a really good one to show you. Emma says, is trans feeling over women's rights? Can't wait to chat next week. That's right. That's exactly right. Thank you, Emma. Oh, hey, Emma. Oh, I just realized who you are. Oh, me and Emma are going to have the killer conversation. Thanks, Emma. I can't wait to have the conversation. Watcher says, thank you as always, Buck. Love all. That's all. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, friend. Hey, Catherine. Thank you, friend. Thank you. I honestly just would feel safer and more comfortable to use a neutral toilet space. That's right. Unless, of course, there's no other choice. That's because you're also respectful. People, just come to the world with respect. That's it. I don't even care if you're trans or not. Just come to the world with respect, okay? When some weird stuff happens in men's rooms. If you didn't know that, it happens over there too, which sometimes I feel is completely disrespectful. Why did you just piss and shit all over the toilet and not clean it up? I never see that in the women's room. I always see it in the men's room, or I don't remember it. I'm like, dude, really? Like, why? So there's disrespect that literally happens in the men's room. So I'm telling you, it's not just one-sided. But I want to show you something. Watch. This is actually going to blow your mind. Hold on here. Where is it? This one. This one. Let me make sure this is the one. This is very telling. Women are gross at Starbucks. Okay, hold on. I think we should do a whole show on whose toilet is gross. Grosser, the men's or the women's? Yeah, your interview is coming out soon, Elle. It is. I promise you. I'm so overloaded with interviews. Not that that's a bad thing. Okay, listen.
Can't start living as a woman for the last 3 or 4 years, 5 years, and then tell somebody who's been a woman for the last 30 years what being a woman is. I live and let live. I don't care, but don't try to make me accept certain things that I just don't want to accept. I have my right to not want to accept certain things or certain terms or to be labeled a certain kind of way, but they're forcing it down our throats, and I don't appreciate that. I'm on TikTok all the time, and I'm seeing trans women. You real women are just jealous because your men want us. You real women are just jealous because you don't look as good as, like, where's all of that coming from? Like, what is that about? You know, but then as soon as you respond, like Jess Hilarious did, now we're transphobic and people are disgusted with us. But nobody is saying nothing about the stuff that's coming to us.
See that? Did you see that? She just said it all. She said everything we all want to say. Everything. I'm going to try to get an interview with her because you know what? She said everything. How dare you shut down women's voices because that is a very male thing to do. Didn't you know that? That's what they call mansplaining. You want to be a woman? Act like a woman, okay? I don't mean just shut up and get in the corner, but don't you dare tell a woman to shut up, that she doesn't know what she's talking about, to take her space, that you can play sports and punch her in the face. No. That's all male behavior, dude. Full on male behavior. And when a woman, I showed you from that first video, that woman who's a sports woman is saying, hey, wait a minute, I'm not comfortable. And they all jumped on her like, you're transphobic, deal with it, get some confidence. I'm like, what? How can you not see the misogyny? How can you not? It's just shocking to me. It's like, you know, man, that's literally the definition of mansplaining. Literally, trans women mansplain. A woman doesn't mansplain because she's not a man, but a trans woman can mansplain because they're male. It's real easy, transplaining. Let's create a new word, or you already created that, transplant. It's fucked up. It's not cool. So let me bring a couple of these up, and then, you know, these people really make me so mad. These people make me so infuriated. This one right here, the privilege of these men, the privilege.
get like a zillion fucking questions on this. I'm just gonna make this video now. People are always like, if you're non-binary and if you're aligned with womanhood, then why do you have a beard? Because, Karen, it looks like this. Like, you cannot sit here and tell me that you're not like, wow, that just frames your face really well. It looks like very soft, and like if we kissed, it might like feel good. It would. Sometimes I just like it, and I don't owe you any other explanation than that.
Yep, there you go, dude. You're right, dude. You don't know anyone an explanation, dude, because you just mansplained the shit out of being a woman. And then you showed us your side man angle. You have a total man angle. Oh my God. If that doesn't get any more misogynist, people, I don't know what is. That person is a big misogynistic a-hole. I can't stand that person. Chris Kitty says, I don't care how long a trans woman has been on hormones. They'll always be stronger than women. Why aren't there more trans women like you? I mean, they're literally gaslighting us, you guys. They're gaslighting us. I call it penis privilege. They were socialized male and it shows. There you go. I was socialized as a female. You can literally see it. You can totally see it. And I'm proud of it. I'll be honest with you. I'm proud of it. I'm proud that I was socialized as a female. More men maybe should on some level. Okay, look at this creep. Okay, here's another one. Listen to this. Listen to this. And how are we supposed to take these people serious that they want to be women? The insanity that comes out of their mouths.
There's a couple of reasons, but the most important one to me is this. I sit at a weird spot of intersection within the trans community. Being gender fluid, I have both men's and women's experiences.
Shut up.
I pass as both a man and a woman.
He thinks he passes as a woman and a man. No, you pass as a man. And what woman privilege do you have? They're lunatics. They're actual effing lunatics.
In the world at different times. And so I'm a woman with male privilege, and I'm a trans woman with male privilege.
See the hypocrisy? You see it? I'm a woman with male privilege, and I'm a trans. So what are you, dude? Are you a trans woman or are you a woman? Okay. No, you are a man. Okay. That's why your face looks like that. It's why your voice sounds like that. It's why you have a penis, and it's why you think you're a woman. Women don't think they're women. Women are women. Oh, dudes, I'm getting so infuriated by these people.
And being visibly trans feels very right to me. I'm on HRT and my body is feminizing.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
And when I'm a woman with a beard. And when I'm a man with breasts.
You're not on
and
HRT.
I am visibly broadcastingly trans. And
shut up.
It's my goal in doing so to make room for people who will never pass. Passing is such a toxic idea in the first place. As if the opposite of passing is failing, and as if
shut up. Okay, what did I say earlier, you guys? Mansplaining. That's like the epitome of mansplaining what a woman is. It's so pathetic. These people are pathetic. They are just pathetic. Okay, I'm gonna bring two more, and then I gotta run to the gym. But listen, this one is my all-time pet peeve. I'm gonna do a whole video on this one because this one, they love to hear themselves talk. This one, okay, I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready.
We'll set them free. This has nothing to do with trans and non-binary people. It's never been about us. It's not about what we look like. It's about what they feel like.
Sure.
And they don't know how to feel love like we can give.
Oh my God.
And that's why marginalized communities are persecuted. It's not because of what we look like, what we're saying, our identities.
Oh my God. This dude wants to be marginalized so bad. I bet he comes from a really wealthy family. I bet he had a jump scare. This dude is such a grifter. He's a trans, non-binary, hairy mess of a dude. And he's they don't understand us. We're marginalized. We love ourselves. Yeah, that's why you all are so angry and want to kill women.
Our pronouns, our nomenclatures, our language, our scholarship. It's because of the presence of love that people feel like they can't actually inherit on this earth. And so the reason that there's so much violence that men are siphoning onto us is because they don't love themselves. And so they see our self-love.
He thinks he's so deep, you guys. He thinks he's so deep. He says nothing, okay? Literally nothing.
right? They see, I have men come up to me in New York City and say, I used to wear my mom's dresses when I was younger.
Sure they do.
And then I'll say, what happened? And they can't even articulate that. And that's where our starting ground is. You don't even have the language to articulate a wound. So you don't even know that you're hurting and that you're bleeding. And what we as trans and gender non-conforming people said is that there's a wound here, and I'm going to commit my life.
That's your butthole, dude. So like, yeah.
life to actually realigning my spiritual core such that I never have to compromise myself for other people's love.
I'm doing a whole video on this, dude, because the words that come out of this dude's mouth are insane. It's like, if you literally just sit and try to listen and even try to piece it together, it actually makes no sense. But here's the great thing about how smart this dude is. He's literally got people thinking he's a genius academic when he's not. He hasn't said nothing. He said literally nothing. Oh my God. And then who finds this man attractive? No one. No one. Doesn't get dates. You know it. He's a mess. He's a total mess. But I mean, that's a funny one. I have another one at hand, but I can't. I just can't. I don't want to torture you all. I'm going to leave you with the best torture of all. Okay. This is the biggest grifter, I think, right now on the whole, even above, what's his name? Dylan Mulvaney. Remember Dylan Mulvaney? Gay men jealous of the beauty of what a woman is. There you go. There you go. There you go. He so wants to be a woman so bad. He's so jealous of you. Misty says, the word salad from the non-binary. It is so insane, Misty. It is actual insane. It's narcissism at its finest. Okay, I'm going to leave you with this one. Bigger than Dylan Mulvaney. Whatever happened to Dylan Mulvaney? Do you guys even know? I haven't seen that dude for a long time, but this one has now taken over. When you see, you're going to know who I'm talking about.
So I have some really good news to share with you guys. I'm so happy, so relieved. I just got done with a really great session with my therapist, and he shared some great news with me. I'm not gay. Just because I'm a woman that's attracted to women doesn't mean I'm gay. He let me know, Josh, your biology that was assigned to you at birth was boy.
Assigned.
And since you've always been attracted to
He's
women,
trolling.
that means you are straight. Even though now you've transitioned and become a woman, it doesn't change your orientation. That stays the same.
Oh, wait,
you were straight, and you are still straight, even though you're a woman now. And so
okay. Anyway, the guy's another blubbering idiot. He's a blubbering idiot. But people are giving him platform. And I think this is why I don't necessarily want to give like Dylan and all these people a platform, because I think it feeds into it, right? CS, thank you. I'm tired of trans people saying passing shouldn't be right. That's my damn goal. And I'm tired of people. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. The whole reason I live a great life, my friend, don't let people gaslight you. The whole reason you are trans is that you need to pass. That's your dysphoria. You want to look like a man or a woman. It's real basic. Those people are not trans people. They're fetishists, cross-dressers, misogynist, weirdo, non-binary, queer. I feel left out. I'm marginalized. You don't understand my whole. Like, what? What are you talking about your whole for, dude? Like, that's a whole other category. So these people are crazy people. Don't get lumped in with the crazy people, okay? I might be a little crazy, but I acknowledge it, and I've settled in. I've settled into my craziness, and I'm hoping that you all see. It's why I value all of you every week in our therapy sessions, and I value the fact that you can actually see transsexual people like Blair and Marcus and me and all of us really trying to show you that these people have actually co-opted the trans space, and they're doing so much damage, not only to my little teeny space, but to the female women's space. And I will not be a part of that. I will not. I care about all you women. I care about I care about young girls. That was going to sound creepy there a minute, but you know what I mean? I care about girls in sports. I care about girls growing up and loving themselves. I care about women having their own space. I care about women just being powerful and awesome and being able to be those women in the world. And I will never, ever, ever tell you anything else. And it's why I connect myself to my biology so that those people can't gaslight me. They can't tell me what a woman is. I know what a woman is. I literally lived as a woman and I am a female. Okay. So with that, everybody, I will always, always appreciate. Oh, we can talk about Erin Reed next week and her husband who detransitioned. Just throw me some ideas if you really want to talk about them. Just send me something, or I'll take a poll or something. But I value you guys all. My Wednesdays are my favorite days to spend with you. I feel like we created a really beautiful community, a family here, and we're really creating a worldwide environment to where we can start pushing back on the insanity. And so with that, I want you all to have a great rest of your day. And I hope that you laughed at some of this insanity. It's just ridiculous. And let me just leave you with this. If anyone calls you transphobic, you can use me as your backup. And you can say, Trampa said, nope, I'm not. You're not transphobic. You know how I know you're not transphobic? You're showing up here every week and you're doing therapy with Trampa. That means you're not transphobic. Okay. You don't fear me. You don't hate me. You don't want to see me gone. So they're full of shit. So just know that. Use me as your weapon and your shield against the gaslighters who keep calling you all transphobic because they don't know what the heck they're talking about. Use the Trampa shield. Nope, I am not. So with that, have a beautiful rest of your day. I'm off to the gym, but I'm going to use the gender neutral toilet, just so you know. And I'll see you all. And everybody take care of yourself. And let's wish everybody a beautiful Rosh Hashanah and Shana Tova. And I hope that you spend a beautiful time with your family. And let's send really peace, to the Middle East and to Israel and all of that and the people who are being hurt there. Okay. So I love you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys on the next one.